Hello everybody and welcome to Dynamic GT League's Formula Murray Championship for Race 3 from the Catalunya circuit. And as we get ready to take a look at the current championship standings after 2 races, we'll say hello to Ray. How are you, Ray?
I'm doing very well. How's yourself?
I'm alright, thank you. I've had my pre-commentary poo, so I'm all ready to crack on with this one.
And as we see the standings...
Was that nobody willing to take a breath then? Go on.
No, I was waiting until I heard you ready to speak. Steve F1 in the lead with 35 points. Demon R second with 34. SGP third with 33. Fourth SRI 28. And then fifth Nelly 22. Followed closely by Twilight 6, 21. And then Art Pal 7th with 20. And then Jason, Jesus, 8 with 19. And the rest.
And Ray with his thought of the day. Come on then, Ray, what's your thought of the day?
Do you know it's impossible to own a mirror that has never been used before?
No, it's not, if it's still in its wrapper. Oh no, because someone must have looked at it at some point. Oh, someone must have looked at it to wrap it.
Or test it?
Very good. Very good.
I don't know if that's a thought of the day or just a fact.
Okay, here's a thought for you. If a blind person looks in the mirror, is there reflection there?
For everybody else, but not for them.
Yeah, that is very true. Well, on that interesting thought of the day, I suppose we should get ready for a little bit of a race around the Catalunya circuit for the DGT drivers. Potentially tricky one this with the dirty air as we get ready to take a little walk down the grid, and let's see who's on pole position. It's Demon R on pole position, dipping into the 129s, I think it was, with full aeros on the car, Gary. Second place is SGP with full aeros on the car. Who's in third, Ray?
I don't know where fourth is.
Steve F1.
Oh, Steve F1. And that's Jason.
Yep. And then we've got SRI and Nelly. I think, well, I'm guessing most of the top few had full aeros. Then we've got who, Ray?
Artpal, I think. Maybe. And Twilight. I don't know. One of them. And then we've got Purple Jimmy and Gary.
Yeah, that we have. Rich Blues unable to make the race, stuck in the pub, although he told the missus brother-in-law lost the car keys while they were at football. So anyway, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away they go. Oh, it looked like, did SGP go early or did he just get a phenomenal start?
He must have timed that right to the bone there.
Yeah.
As we see Steve F1 trying to make a move on Demon R.
Yeah.
He's got Jason on the inside of him and he's to watch.
Yeah, Nelly was having a look up the inside of Jason as well, but it's backed out of it as that is, yeah, Jason makes the move on Steve F1. SGP has taken the lead, so yeah, as you say, absolutely timed that start beautifully. Who's that up to the inside of Steve F1 now? Nelly, but we'll see Steve F1 defend turn 5, I'm sure. Oh, actually, no, not defending it.
I think it's alright, it was a wee bit too far back, but as he come down the hill to this little S-bend, SRI had the inside line there, he kept it to the apex, which is sometimes difficult to do.
Yeah, okay, through turn 9, this is where drivers are going to struggle as Artpal ran a little bit wide there, may have got a little bit of a nudge. But yeah, I don't think SRI really came from too far back. Oh my days! Jimmy, Jimmy came from not too far back, came from too far left. So I think that was Steve F1 he collected there. It was, who's this? Artpal all over the back of Nelly. And there is Steve F1. So Steve F1's lost a couple of places then. Oh, and runs wide.
Well, I think a penalty. Yeah. What was he, third to seventh?
Start,
Fourth place?
yeah, he was
Now he's
third,
coming
went to
back,
fourth.
he's
Oh!
coming back.
I think Twilight just took evasive. Steve F1 sort of all out of shape. I don't know, did he get collected?
I don't know, I never seen him.
He's dropped further down. He's not in the top 8 now. He's not in the, I think he might be last. He is. He's only part way round turn 3 now. So something I would guess happened there to Steve F1. I didn't really see it. I was looking at Twilight. There was a lot of dust there though. Just kicked up. Up in the front, the SGP still leading Demon R. Jason now in third place with SRI fourth, and then we've got this battle, Nelly and Art Powell 5th and 6th place.
Yeah, needs to come down to this. Hairpin, you want to break just before the 100 metre mark, where that black mark is on the curb roughly. And then people take it in second gear, some people take it in first gear. And then you've got to watch coming here because as you shift up to third, the rev thing kicks in and it kicks spin out the back end.
The rev thing? What's the rev thing?
Where the revs kick in. If you've put too much power down, see how what you spin and then it drops up again.
Alright, okay. I'll look it up. I was just interested to know what the rev thing was. Okay, so gaps opening up at the front. Words out. We've got Formula Gary up to 7th place now, so he's ahead of Twilight and Jimmy. And having a look at the inside of Arpa. I mean, here's a thought for you, Ray. We know the dirty air is a little bit tricky for these cars. Do you think we might be? Oh wow!
What?
Oh wow! Okay. Well, I think he might have got to that Revy thing. So I was going to say, we might see drivers looking as if they're maybe having a look up the inside of someone towards a corner, but maybe they're just going for the clear air and getting the maximum downforce of Twilight. Oh my God! Missed the braking point by a mile there, I think.
Yep. Could give Nelly and Jimmy a scare.
Yeah, he needs to work on that brakey thing. Yeah. Okay, so Nelly, he's dropped back away from Art Powell, got Jimmy all over his rear wing. Actually, Jimmy on the side of him.
Forcing him off. Not Jimmy's forcing Nelly over. Nelly was there, but he can't push him away.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, it did look like sort of Jimmy wasn't alongside, was he? He kind of, he was out wider where he was a bit off the track. So, I mean, it would be said, oh, we've got a replay. What's this? A replay of them, right?
Well, this is where it's his breaking point. He's trying to avail.
You know what? It looked like he was taking evasive from Gary there because he's braked a bit too late and then tried to take evasive again going across the grass, and it hasn't worked, and that's what collected Steve F1. And I mean, that's not what put Steve F1 last, but it put him into a position that then resulted in him ending up in last place. And there is, I thought it was Steve F1, but it's not. It's Demon R in the McLaren liveried car. It's Jason in his own liveried car, but it looks like SGP's. And then if you look on the side, the engine cover on SRI's car, it looks like there's a little dinosaur or flying duck or something. I don't know what it is. But I have to have a look, see if you can see. Yeah. And then we've got Jimmy Hill. Oh, yeah, so that was, a bit too wide, and penalty for it. So yeah, the
previous why he got penalty.
Well, yeah. Okay, so he's not lost that too much behind Nelly at the moment, but he will have dirty tyres. But that's kind of what happened on the previous lap, isn't it? He ended up out wide, but when he got wide, he was next to Nelly. But yeah, he's basically trying to go through the corner too quick and running out wide. Now,
who's that? Defending that pal was defending into turn 4.
Jimmy.
He's going to stop him.
Nope, and there's Steve F1 passing him. So maybe Jimmy was looking in his mirror, spotted Steve F1 and had a Code Brown moment because of it. Steve F1 in the McLaren livery as well, but his being the Mika Hakkinen, very early McLaren. And I see Steve going to go for a move here. Nearly kind of...
I thought he was waiting his time, but around the outside. Oh, Nelly. I thought Nelly was drifting wide in him. He's going to go for two. Wow. 2 for 1.
Well, that's I mean, that's risky, but I tell you what, that's 2 beautiful overtakes there. So yeah, Steve F1 currently got the fastest lap of the race, assisted with a bit of boost. But I mean, we saw last week. Obviously, he was caught up in quite a bit of drama last week. He's now trying to break the slipstream. Yeah, caught up in a bit of drama. Still finished in 3rd though, didn't he? So let's see what he can do here today. How far behind SRI is he? He's actually not that far.
Sorry, Steve,
yeah.
What, a second or something? Second and a half?
A couple of seconds maybe, yeah. I mean, we might, yeah, so there he is. There is Steve F1 and there is Oh, you know what? We've lost a driver. I think it might be Twilight. And you know what? That might actually help Steve F1 to catch SRI, well, obviously, but for anyone that doesn't know, we do run boost. We've run random boost in everyone but one of our championships, I believe. And for anyone that doesn't know how the boost works, basically the bottom half of the grid can have boost if they are more than a second away from the last car that can't have boost. So Steve F1 has just been given, I think, an extra dab of boost because Twilight has retired from the race, and that's allowed Steve F1 to close up those couple of seconds in this single lap. But now he will not get boost, will he?
No.
Correct. He's trying to make a move though, having a look at the inside of SRI, run a bit wide though. Oh, SRI's run wide.
I don't know what happened there.
Oh! SRI was in the gravel. Okay, so SRI plummeted. Didn't see what happened there. Now Jason was passed by Steve F1 as well.
So that's put him up to 3rd place. So his race isn't over yet. Remember, I said last week, that's it, my race is over.
Yeah, finished 3rd. Yeah. I mean, I could imagine he might feel his race was over after the first couple of laps.
That's Nelly very wide to make it a penalty.
Not able to do anything up the inside of Arpal though. Oh, Nell's just got a big swapper on. I think that was that Revy thing you were on about, going round the sort of left king. Because his car got really wobbly.
Yeah, I think it's just like the back tyres haven't got the grip and it revs up.
Arpal ran wide and lost the position, but also when you get a chance, seeing then his tyres, if you go to Arpal, have a look at Arpal's tyres.
He's on the back of Jason in 4th place. So,
Jason's dropped quite a bit from the front 3. If he's struggling with his tyres, it'd be interesting to go and perhaps have a look, because the tyre wear around here definitely depends on how the drivers attack the track, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, because if they're burning them out, SGP's is quite more than what.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of wear, but he's been lapping in the 23s. Stephen R's got less wear, but in the 24s. Arpal's got similar to SGP as Jimmy runs wide. That might be a penalty for Jimmy.
Yeah. Woo! Oh, Jimmy! Oh.
Now, was
I
that?
Don't think... Oh, somebody's sideways.
Yeah, I think
Who's
that was Gary. No, I think it was Gary, and then in the background, I think Nelly was as well. Yeah, I don't know if Arpal heading for the pits. Not a surprise, really. Oh, wow, look how much tyre wear Jimmy's got. Okay, Jason and SRI in the pits as well. So yeah, looking at Jason's tyres compared to Steve F1's, yeah, Jimmy's going to have to pit very soon. I think I said Jason's tyres compared to Steve F1's. I mentioned it. Race keeps going really quiet.
So, I'm trying to find something.
Oh, well, just ask the missus to look for it.
Okay,
okay, Jimmy, yeah, look, I mean, that front left tyre, and oh, he's going to struggle for grip. I mean, that front left tyre gets to that condition by trying to go too fast through the corners, and trying to steer too much through the corners, and by braking too late. Gary, I'm guessing, I was going to say has pitted, but I don't think he has, you know.
9 laps. Yeah, I think he has.
Looking at his lap times, unless he pitted on lap 3, which he might have done, but then the laps before and after it aren't slow enough. Okay, so, oh, Nelly trying to have a look up the inside of Gary. Now he's on the outside. Go on.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of move, bitch, get out the way.
Time. Okay, so what'll be interesting now, I mean, we did spot sort of SGP's lap times a moment ago. He started off pretty much in the 1:23s. Demon R was in the 1:24s. They've got different levels of wear. So it'd be interesting to see how their lap times pan out, but also if they're going to do 1 or 2 stops, because when Nelly hasn't pitted. Yeah, Nelly's not. Oh, no, he's not pitted. His last lap was a very slow lap. So if Nelly can do another 4 laps.
He was sideways last lap.
Well, that is true, yeah. But yeah, if he can get another 4 laps out of his tyres, which he should be able to. Oh, he should have been able to do.
Which one don't know that corner was? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 or 4? 5?
Yeah, I think turn 5. Yeah, it was turn 5 as Gary carries on. I mean, Nelly's recovered quite well actually, but he is in the boost position as well. Okay, so to make it a 1-stop, drivers need to kind of get to lap 14 if they can. Oh, Nelly's off again. But as something you mentioned last week, Ray, the tyres behave differently in the second half of the race.
Yeah, with the less fuel weight on there, they kind of last that longer. Jesus.
I wonder if Nelly's getting caught out by the dirty air there. He's got a penalty. He's also got Jason Artpal and SRI closing in on him as Gary's gone deep into turn 1. He's got to be careful where he returns. Nelly gets through. Yeah, so here comes the pitters. Jason going to get that move done, I reckon, around the outside. Yep, that he does. Okay, well, for the 2 stoppers, it's not looking too bad at the moment, is it really? Because, well, let's see. I mean, they could do with, yeah, I was going to say, with Nelly speeding up if he can.
I'll do stoppers and the tyres behave different in the second set of tyres because the fuel.
Well, do you think they could do 18 laps?
Somebody said they could do 20, so I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, they're out wide.
Yeah, Jason ran a bit wide there with the dirty air. Nelly's gone defensive. Gary gives Jason a little bit of a nudge. Jason's okay, just about. Yeah, he's actually got the move done on Nelly. As Artpal and SRI get through past Gary as well. Okay, so right, this is very tense at the moment, should mention as well. Jason up at the front. Let's see, we've got SGP, Demon R and Steve F1. Looking like the gap is fairly even between the 3 of them as SRI and Artpal go side by side. Oh, Artpal's gone to the grass.
I think SRI was trying to box him in there that he couldn't go anywhere, but he's managed to stay in that position. SRI needs to watch because he's got Gary behind him as well.
He has. Okay, so heading up then to turn 4. I think that was I thought that was Gary going a bit deep on the brakes, but it was actually SRI going a little bit deeper. Is anyone covering the inside? Artpal going for the move up the inside, and Nelly makes the move. Lovely. And Nelly sort of hung out to dry a bit as SRI comes through as well. Artpal got deep. He done well to get on without getting off there. Oh, Nelly!
That's going to be a penalty. Get out that way.
Yep, there it is. Okay, SGP race leader into the pits. Where is he going to come out? Because, let's see, I think the pit stop lost time's about 24 seconds, but I don't know what the gap is. To this battle! It's a little bit bigger to Nelly, unfortunately, but it's Jason that is, maybe net leader. Where is SGP? Is he
still in the pits? He's still in the pits.
That he is.
He's moving now.
He's on pit exit. There. Okay, so he's lost places. Gary's going to be ahead of him, but he is going to have a possibility of having boost, and he's got fresh tyres. Now, SGP's just done 12 laps, sorry. You reckon he can do another 16 here?
It's possible.
I think it's possible as well. I think if he's done 12 with decent tyres, then yeah, it's definitely possible. But is he now going to lose time being in this battle? Demon R didn't follow him in as Formula. No, that's all right.
At that moment there, he nearly went to the wall. It was covered well.
Yeah, Gary had a moment as well, got a bit wide. Jimmy's pitted and he's catching these guys up. But yeah, that could be a penalty for SRI. Let's see, Steve F1's headed around the penultimate corner. Is Demon R pitted? I don't think Demon R's pitted. Oh! Steve F1's in the pit wall! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh no. Okay, can he get it turned around? Can he get it into the pits? Here comes the pack just to make things worse. Jason, there's Steve F1, SGP, sorry, there's Jimmy. There's Steve F1 trying to get going, and here comes someone that's
emotional damage.
Oh dear. Steve F1, he's spun it round to try and get going. Gary's been reset. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, Demon R didn't pit. Oh my day, so Steve F1, I'll get my words out, it was a bad first lap for him, not caused by him, pit entry. I mean, I didn't see how he ended up in the pit wall, but I just saw him in the wall, and he couldn't then get spun around in time before Gary tried to go and change his tyres as well. I mean, that's massively unfortunate for both Steve and Gary, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got SGP still behind the SRI, first place. This is eating up valuable time that he needs to get past. Yep. SRI has a penalty.
Oh, SGP going deep! Massively deep! What happened there?
That's not what he wants. He doesn't want that.
No, and now he's still behind SRI and Artpal as Demon R is in the pits, and SGP's going for a spin! Oh dear! Yeah. Well, I wondered whether he'd be losing time coming out in behind the pack, relevant to Demon R. Where is Demon R going to come out relevant to him now? Okay, let's see. So Jason leading, SRI in third, right behind Artpal. Demon R into turn one now, and he is ahead of SGP.
So Demon R's just coming up.
Yeah.
Behind SRI.
Yeah.
No,
behind Jimmy. Yeah, so behind Jimmy, ahead of SGP, but SGP will get boost, so we'll be able to close that gap back up. But yeah, that's a bit of a disastrous lap for SGP. Jimmy goes deep. Has Demon R got that move done? Yes, he has. I mean, do you think? Well, I'd have thought SGP would have. I don't know, going deep at the hairpin. Would it be driving angry, and that's what's then led to him being too aggressive on the throttle and spinning?
It could be, yeah. As Artpal's went deep.
Yeah, that he has. I don't know if Artpal...
SGP on the back of Demon R now, so...
Yeah. Artpal's got a penalty. I wonder if Artpal went wide at 9, because we've been seeing a few people getting penalties there, haven't we? So that might be why he couldn't stop at the hairpin. He went wide at 9, dirty tyres. But yeah, so I was asking you about SGP.
Yeah, I don't know if they just forgot he had dirty tyres, but he'll be wanting to get past Demon R here and take make first place, won't he? Well,
Yeah. Well, interesting, looking at Demon R's lap times, so he started off in the 24s, but before he pitted he was in the 23s until the tyres wore out a bit. So it looked like Demon R had pace towards the end of his stint, and that will probably maybe because of the different tyre wear that he and SGP had. But for SGP and Demon R now, it's a straight up fight, isn't it? These are potentially net leaders. Jason's leading at the moment, but I believe Jason, SRI and Artpal might have another pit stop to do.
Yeah, and these guys will be a wee bit frustrated that they're behind. These three, they would want to be up the front and having their own battles. Artpal defensive or serving a penalty.
Oh, SGP's gone through the barriers. I think it was Artpal serving a penalty.
Did they move over to the racing line on the braking zone in front of SGP? Or did SGP not, wasn't ready for it?
Well, let's see. I mean, if we see a swap of position, then I think we would see... Oh! Steve F1! Big spin, turn 9. Oh dear. Artpal is behind SGP. Sorry, I was looking at the pack cam, so I didn't see it. Go on.
Did you say we've lost Twilight?
Yeah, about 15 minutes ago.
I was looking for something there.
Alright. Oh, emotional damage! Okay, yeah, I didn't see whether Artpal pulled over and let SGP through or not. I was looking at the pack cam, so I can't really comment on whether he did. Tell though. Demon R all over the back of SRI now. Still got SGP behind him, but got a gap to him. Let's see. But obviously that's because of SGP having that off here and taking out those barriers over there. But obviously not from his own doing. Demon R indeed. So for those that are on a 2-stop rate, when do you reckon we'll see them pitting again?
Maybe lap 18 to 20.
Yeah, I mean that
if
might.
Lap 8 and
Oh!
9-ish.
Oh! No!
Emotional damage.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! They're both in. Oh dear! Oh dear!
Something's been reset. SRI's in the pits now.
Yeah, well hopefully he...
With they two crashing, that's going to help him.
Well it is, yeah. Well it is and it isn't. Because I was going to say, like, with the boost being as effective as it will be, well actually yeah, I mean SRI will get a lap of boost and so will Artpal, because if SGP's been reset, yeah, he's going to lose out. So Jimmy's going to need to pit soon. Oh dear. I mean, Jason's lap tyres look good. I mean, SGP hasn't been able to make his pit stop, but is he thinking the tyres aren't going to last, or was he thinking, let's go and get fresh boots, use the boost and catch back up?
It's a thinking Demon R's on a 1-stop, let's do a 2-stop, not able to get him.
Maybe. Well, will he be able to get him now? I don't think so. I mean, because he's lost so much time there. Okay, Jason headed into the pits. He gets into the pit lane, no problem. So Demon R then, he's going to take the lead of the race. Jimmy, he's got no tyres, but he's going to take second place at the moment. Then we've got Artpal and SGP now. Are either of these going to be heading?
SRI's on the back of them.
Yeah. And Artpal's in the pits now, so Artpal didn't get to do his pit stop either. It must have reset the both of them. Oh, and Artpal's in the pit.
Emotional damage.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't think I've seen so many of our drivers in the pit wall in one race before.
He did that on his own, no?
I know. Oh dear. Okay, so Demon
He was
R.
pushing too much to get into the pits.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Demon R has got about as much wear gone as Jimmy's got left. SGP, I mean, is he going to try and stop?
His tyres should has.
They should do. But he has got Jason behind him now, who's on a fresh set of boots. I mean, one advantage is, if SGP was to still want to pit, he would come out in a boost position. So he should be able to get back up to 5th place, maybe up the rear end of 4th place. But if Jimmy pits now, SGP I think would have to pit now as well. So there's a lot going on in this race, folks. And a lot that you wouldn't expect from...
Would they need to pit if he's got the tyres? And then, if it takes him out...
You see, I think I'd be tempted to keep going, but he is heading into the pits. Maybe he did a bit of damage to those tyres. There's Nelly's all over the back of Jason. Nelly's got tyres that were about similar rate of wear as SGP had. There's Steve F1 in the background. Not seen him for a while. There's Nelly trying to make the move on Jason. No, backs out of it. Jason goes defensive. Nelly might be able to get him in the end.
Sometimes you could just back out a little bit and then get a better line if they're defending a little bit and get a better line. Maybe get the run through here into the next corner coming up.
So back out a little bit, get a better angle, go a bit quicker. Okay, so let's see, SGP has come out in 8th place behind Jimmy. As I said, they'll have boost. Steve F1 is in 5th place. He's there, he's got boost. So he should be able to close up to Nelly. Don't know what his tyres are like, though.
Nelly's always been a bit wide in that corner, hasn't he?
Yeah, and just kind of go through it a little bit too quick, isn't it? Steve F1 continues to close that gap. And something I do want to mention though is, let's see, Demon R, I believe is heading round the first couple of corners now, and SRI in 2nd place. Oh, Nelly's heading to the pits.
Really? It actually go with the amount of time that he had?
Yeah.
Are they not? They're not believing the tyres or not got the confidence of doing class?
Maybe. And I am hearing as well that Steve F1 has been dealing with a technical issue since qualifying, where the steering on his car is not giving him the force feedback that he's used to. But he's not in a Williams, so he should survive.
It depends if he's strengthened up his arms with that double dildo.
Yeah, the double dildo technique, yeah. Oh, Jimmy, I thought he was going for a move on Gary.
It's going to be a late crash.
Yeah, well, okay, so what we've got sort of brewing now is Jimmy and Gary battling here, but both of them with boost may be able to close up to Steve F1. Steve F1 is right behind Jason. I think their tyres are going to be fairly similar. Whether Steve F1's going to be able to do anything. I mean, he may struggle. He may struggle to attack Jason if he can't feel through the wheel what the car is doing. That is something that would hurt your confidence, isn't it?
See this? I'm watching Jimmy. I know he's driving on a pad. That must be hard as hell. The twitching is that the steering goes through on that pad, and then try to put power down as well. You know how hard it is on a wheel. Never mind a wee stick that only goes a couple of centimetres each way or less.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so SGP here. I'm hearing as well that he's been having some gearbox issues. Let's see, nothing wrong. Oh dear. Something's wrong.
It was in second, so.
Well.
Unless he's dipped it down too early.
Well, from my sources, ketchup, barbecue, mayonnaise, telling me that SGP's had a few laps since he hit the pit wall. His car was not wanting to downshift. Temporary fix has now been put in place, switching to an automatic gearbox on track somehow. Let's see, Art Pal here, fresh tyres for him. He may be able to catch up to Jimmy. Gary pitted, by the way.
Yeah, nearly fresh tyres. There's Gary.
Fresh tyres, SGP, fairly fresh tyres. So maybe what these guys have been thinking is, if 5th place is like the last car that's going to get boost, if you get fresh tyres, you may be able to have a battle for 5th place. We've got Demon R here, lap time dipping 23s, 24s, but he's got a fairly healthy gap to SRI here, who's got good condition tyres. Jason in 3rd place, he's got Steve F1 right up his gearbox, and then here comes Jimmy. Steve F1's tyres now considerably more worn than Jimmy's, but I think, Ray, the way that Jimmy's been driving his car, his tyres are going to be burning up rather quick.
Yeah, I think he's too late on the brakes at some corners, and he's very wide there, but he's quite twitching through the corners. He's late on the brake again.
You know what I wouldn't be surprised by is if on the pad, I'm thinking about if I was using a pad, what would the difference be between like using a wheel and pedals? With a wheel and pedals, it's natural to be off throttle and off the brake at certain points, and in this car around this track, it helps massively. I think on a pad, the temptation to either be on throttle or off throttle or on the brakes, like you're either on throttle or on the brakes, not off throttle. So letting it coast, so Jimmy may not be coasting into some of these corners, which is definitely burning the tyres up. Turn 9 being one of them. So it'd be interesting.
Turn 3.
Yeah, turn 3, turn 9, last couple of corners. It might be why as well for the last couple of corners why he was running wide there as well. Let's see what we get over the course of these. Man deep there. Yes, a bit late on the brakes, but who's that catching him up? It's Art Pal.
Yeah, I've not really seen Art Pal since at the pit wall.
Yeah, and then hit the pit wall again.
Well, one time he was in the pit lane and hit SGP, the one he done on his own, but now he's coming here. Let's see what he can do. Jimmy's left wide, careful. Coming into the last couple of corners. Pal's got him, yeah.
So
is Jimmy going to get the run down the straight, or is that Pal got slipstream? Oh! DVF1's like, you're not getting my slipstream? Fuck off!
Yeah, he may have been better just moving over to the right, and if you don't follow him, just keep going there. But I suppose by coming back across, he does get a little bit of Jason's slipstream. Okay, is Nelly closing in on these guys? He is a little bit, but not much. So Jimmy's ran wide. I didn't get to watch his throttle trace there. Yeah, so... Oh, I was about to say, yeah, he's coasting. He was in the gravel. Sorry. Now, for the viewers, you won't be able to see the throttle and brake trace. We can, but yeah, he's now got he had very dirty tyres, and he cleaned up rather quickly. Although the dirt disappears, but the grip still will not be there. Okay, Art Pal, fresh tyres. What can he do about Steve F1 now? Can he make any moves? Actually, can he? It was Steve F1 and Art Pal last week, wasn't it? At Monza, battling it out for 3rd place.
Yeah, it was, and then Art Pal lost it in the 6th lap. Yeah. It's scary, but yeah, he's having another good old battle. It's going to be difficult with the fast corners, the dirty air. Oh, Steve F1's wide, maybe gets a penalty.
I think it might be alright with Nelly making a move on Art Pal. See, I did mention a lap ago he was closing that gap in, so let's see, he makes the move. Can he? Oh, Alpal's got a better run here, I think. Yeah, watch this. As long as he's not too aggressive, he'll get a much better run up the hill. Maybe he was a little... maybe Nelly pushed it a little more through that corner.
We'll expect, yeah, we'll expect him to go deep somewhere. Alpal, nice in there. Nearly left the door open there.
Well, the interesting thing about that was if Alpal had pushed it around turn 4, he wouldn't have been able, sorry, around turn 3, he wouldn't have been able to make that move in turn 5. The temperature would have been too high in the tyres. Oh, but he's ran a bit wide though. Not as wide as Jimmy, but here comes Nelly.
Yeah, I wonder if going round turn 3 and then 4 into 5, he was like...
No, I heard nothing. I was waiting for emotional damage.
No, they don't knock him.
No, it didn't work. It didn't work that time either.
Done something to these.
No.
You took them off.
No, I've not done anything. Okay, just to mention, SGP has now closed in on the back of this battle. So Steve F1 hasn't been able to do anything about attacking Jason, but he's managing to fend off Artpal, who's having to fend off Nelly and SGP. Who stuck his nose in. I thought he was going to lose his nose there.
That was a close one there. I think SGP might need a pair of underwear.
He might do.
Oh, Jimmy's wide again.
He is SGP though. He's just made a beautiful move round turn 3. Deep into 4. See, and that could be what I was on about. He overheated the tyres in 3. Didn't want to stop in 4. And then he gets back through. Oh, Jimmy with a big wiggle. This is allowed Jason to break away a little bit. Although like the race, it's been an odd race this one, but at the same time we've now got what, 6 cars, 5 cars, yeah, battling. Oh, SGP through the middle. Oh, Arpal back through. Oh, Nelly a bit wide. And, oh, I think Nelly just tagged SGP there. Oh dear.
Oh, he's went wide again. He's going to have dirty tyres coming round this corner.
Oh, he's got a penalty as well. Oh, SGP might get one too, as we are now on the final lap of the race. Let's see, Demon R's actually headed into the final couple of corners, I think. Unless I'm viewing that wrong.
That's Gary, that's Gary.
Alright, okay. So yeah, Demon R then headed into turn 6 and 7. So we've got Jimmy and SGP side by side. Artpal still behind Steve F1. Steve F1 still behind Jason. SGP's gone deep.
He's off.
Oh no. I don't know if there was contact there, but oh no. That was a big attempt at a move there. Couldn't get it done. I mean, Jimmy's going to have to be careful here. He hasn't got the grip on that front left tyre.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go missing his braking point into the hairpin here and but he's wide.
Yep.
Nelly gets the move done.
I'm going to cut in though. Demon R's going to cross the line, takes the victory. Go on.
I thought Nelly was going to get Artpal as well. There's Demon R.
So SRI, he's going to cross the line, 2nd place. Clearly the cameraman didn't listen when he was told don't worry about the leaders. What's happening in the pack? Nobody knows. Let's see, Jason, he's going to hold on for 3rd place. Steve F1 holds on for 4th. Artpal just ahead of... Artpal's ahead. Okay, Nelly and SGP serving their penalties. Means Artpal has stayed ahead of them. Let's see, Jimmy here, he's going to cross the line. He's got a penalty as well. Oh no, it's Gary, sorry, here. He's got a penalty, but that's not going to hurt him. A lot happened on that last half of a lap, and unfortunately, didn't see a lot of it. I didn't know that had happened, so what I might try and do is I will insert a replay of the pack for that last half of that lap there. So even though we didn't get to see it and you didn't get to see it, folks, you will get to see it while me and Ray continue talking. But yeah, unusual one that, Ray.
Yeah, that felt the pieces for SGP, didn't it?
Yeah.
pit stop. There's a couple of offs and spins, so I think he'll be kicking himself with that one. Steve F1 getting taken out, done well to come back to fourth, and even with technical issues, because he won't feel when the car's about to lose the grip at the back end, or if it's understeering as well, going into the corner. He'll see a bit visually, but he won't be able to.
You feel it
all together.
Yeah, you feel it before you can see it, and feeling it, you can automatically react to it. Where, like, if the rear end starts going and you can't feel it, by the time visually you can spot it, you're probably going to spin, especially in these kind of cars. The understeer, I mean, it's a big one. So, I mean, Steve F1, I think, has done really well there. And yeah, I mean, he was unfortunate last week with contact on the first lap, which put him a bit further down. Brilliant drive to get back to third, and again, brilliant. I mean, he unfortunately, yes, there was the incidents on the first lap, but for him and SGP to both crash into the pit wall on the way into the pits, like through their own unfortunate mistake, I mean, that's something I don't think we've. Well, I was going to say we haven't seen before, but we have seen Steve F1 do it. But it was at Autopolis when the pit entry was even tight.
Right chicane.
Yeah, and it was proper tight. That was evil. Yeah. But to see both the Steves do it and then Art Pal do it on his own as well, it's very unusual. But having said that, I wouldn't be surprised, if for Steve F1's pit entry, as he was going in, if he'd have got a little bit of understeer, he wouldn't have been able to feel it. And that's probably what has then led him to understeer. I bet, because I didn't see if he did understeer into the wall, but I mean, obviously he didn't turn. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's kind of what happened. And with Art Pal, I think he sort of slid straight on as well. So, I mean, that could have been from dirty tyres or braking a touch late. So, but yeah, so, I mean, to be fair, actually, for two Steves and Art Pal to get back into the races they did, brilliant. Demon R taking the victory though, so well done to him. And I mean, it's an interesting one for Demon R, because in the first race he was leading, binned it on the last lap. Second race he was in second place, couldn't touch SGP. This race SGP had darted off, but I think Demon R had closed that gap in, as I mentioned earlier on, with SGP starting in the 23s, going to 24s, Demon R going the other way round and looking after the tyres. For SGP though, it all turned around when he came out the pits in the pack. Probably should have been okay, but then had a spin, didn't he? Which was after going deep at the hairpin, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is what then dramatically turned his race, because of that spin, that's what's then made him think, well, you know what, I'll pit again, fresher tyres, boost, I'll be all right. Then the pit entry happens, and at that point, pitting again is not too much of a problem, but having his downshift issue, I mean, that's probably worse than not being able to feel your steering, because especially with cars like this, you have to be in the right gear for the corner, and if you can't go down your gears, that's not going to happen for you.
Yeah, and imagine how hard it was for Martin.
Yeah. What was it, Brazil?
I think it was something like Brazil.
Yeah. There was Brazil, and the other one he had was when there was the gear knob fell off, so all he had was the gear lever, which was like had a thread on the end of it, so he was changing gear with that, and it tore through his hand and cut up his hand, tore through his glove and cut up his glove. I mean, what I will say is though, so Steve F1's issue with the losing force feedback, we do think we might know what happened there, so I'll quickly mention it. Just before we went into qualifying, Steve F1 realised he was on Wi-Fi, so he went out, changed over to, he left the lobby, changed to hardwired and came back in. And what we've found out after the race is that if you do that without doing a reset of your PlayStation, it can cause the wheel to desync, which means no force feedback. So it's possible that that's what's happened for Steve F1 on this occasion. For SGP, he was absolutely fine until he hit the pit wall. And what we think might have happened there is, as he's got reset, he may have been going through the gears, and that has desynced him from being able to use his downshifts, because he's taken his wheel apart. A bit that can break on them isn't broken, and he has retested it today and he's not had a problem with the downshifts. So we do think it's a desync issue for him there, but it's one of those things, isn't it? It's not just one thing that goes wrong, it's multiple. And yeah, for those it is. But for SRI though, what a second place. I didn't think the two-stop would work for him or Jason, but it did.
Well, here's the question: would that worked if Steve F1 and SGP didn't have their issues?
Yes, because they potentially would have had boost available to them. Because if SGP and Steve F1 had been ahead of them, Jason, SRI, Jason would have been maybe 4th, 5th, 6th in those positions, so may have been able to benefit from the boost. But it is a lot of ifs, buts and maybes. And talking about ifs, buts and I've kind of waffled a bit here in the hope that we can we should have been able to show the full half of the last half of the race. Yeah. So we might as well then have a look at. I was going to say the confirmed race. Yeah.
If you cuff a deaf person, are you taking away their freedom of speech?
I'm not even going to answer that. What I will say though is that on the confirmed race result picture, for me and Ray, it isn't going to show that someone's got a penalty, but someone does have a penalty, and it has been changed in the standings. So, Ray, would you like to take us through the confirmed race result?
Yeah. So, a confirmed race result.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing standing. Right.
Yeah, we've got to do the race result before we do the standings.
Have we not had the picture up for the past fucking 20 minutes?
No, we were showing the end of the race from the camera angle that we wasn't viewing.
Oh, right, okay. It's just because I had that on my screen.
Oh, yeah.
First place, Demon R, 20 points. Second place, SRI with 17 points. Third place, Jason, 15 points. Fourth place, Epic Drive Back, 13 points to Steve F1. Fifth place, Artpal, he did a great race. He was in many battles, wasn't he?
Yep.
12 points. And then sixth place, Nelly, he had some battles as well, and he had some offs and that, but 11 place. And then seventh place, SGP with his, downshift problem, his pit walls. 10th place. 8th place, Jimmy, with 9 points. And 9th place for Gary with 8 points. We've seen Gary in the battle, part of me, I've got a bit of gas. 9th place, Gary with 8 points. We've seen him in some of the battles and whatnot. He was having a fantastic race. 10th place, Twilight, he DNF'd, so no points for him. I think, did he go into? We didn't really see him, but did he go into back of somebody or something? And then he felt that he might have ended somebody's race or something. So
I think he did have a crash with someone, and then he had a spin on the exit of the hairpin, and it reset him, and he pitted, and then on his out lap he had the same spin again, and I think that might have just tipped him over the edge. But also, yeah,
we've got boost on. I'm sure he would have catched up. I know what's happened. His other half has came downstairs, bollock naked, gone, racing, or you want to drive me?
oh, if she's bollock naked, it's questionable whether it's a she. Let's move on. Emotional damage. But no, I mean, the thing is that I can fully understand someone getting frustrated. What I would say is, we said it before, and I think Twilight knew it as soon as he'd left. Was if you do want to stop racing, park it in the pits, because then it doesn't affect the boost. Whereas obviously in this race. So boost was like 6th down, and then when Twilight left, it was 5th down. So yeah, if you can.
No, it was further up. I think it was.
No, 4th place didn't get boost.
5th.
No,
so it was 5th down, and then.
No. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 5. 5th place didn't get boost in the first part of the race while Twilight was with us. It was only when Twilight dropped that 5th place then got boost, because that's what allowed Steve F1 to close that gap up to SRI. See? Yep. But yeah, so please don't leave the lobby. If you want to stop racing, no problem, fully understand, park it in the pits, and then at least it doesn't change the dynamic of the race, because yeah, when we've only got 10 on the grid, if one drops it can change it a lot, and if another drops it change it dramatically. And we are in the process at the moment of looking for other drivers to come join us as well, although Rich, who else, Connor, they were unable to race today. There was someone else as well, but unfortunately I can't remember. Should mention the penalty though. Unfortunately, Jimmy does have a penalty. We saw a replay of that incident during the race into the hairpin lap 1. Took evasive from the back of Gary. Unfortunately, he needed to take evasive because he braked about, was it 25 metres, you said, Ray, a bit late into the braking zone?
Yeah.
Yeah, so braking too late, had to take evasive, then tried to take evasive over the grass. Unfortunately, didn't work. It may have actually slowed down better if it had stayed on the tarmac. But yeah, now he wasn't. Go on.
Sorry. On the note of that braking, if you've got so many cars in front of you, you're going to have to brake that extra earlier. You can't just brake at your brake point, because there's going to be a big Costa-Tina effect going on if you've got 3-4 cars in front of you. So you want to brake earlier. Make sure that if you're going for a move and the guy in front of you, fair enough, but you still want to brake earlier, and maybe you can roll it that way that when you get there you can decide if you're going for the move or not. So like, brake early. If the gap's still there, to go for the car just in front of you, the one in front of you, not the one 3 doors fucking down.
Yeah.
And you can let off the brake pedal and let it roll round the corner and then go back on the brake pedal if needed. But that initial brake has to happen earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in these cars where dirty air reduces the braking ability, and on the first lap where the tyres are cold. And unfortunately, part of that kind of incident comes from drivers that aren't able to get any practice. So one thing that we are going to be doing is asking the drivers if there is anything that we can do to help you get on at any point to do a bit of practice, even if it's only for 10 minutes, to learn where the braking points are, so that when you rock up on a Monday with only like 10-15 minutes before qualifying starts, at least you know where the brake points are for if you were on your own, and then you know 100% got to brake a lot earlier than that. So if anyone has any suggestions, feel free to let us know, but we are going to be dropping a message to all of the drivers regarding that as well, because I mean, we do this for a bit of fun, Ray, but also like, we want people to enjoy the races, and if they're turning up and they're not able to get around the track and they're struggling, they're not going to enjoy it. But if we can get them online for 10-20 minutes, which will then help them enjoy the race more, it'll make a big difference.
And also, Demon R puts a wee flying through it, and you hear me saying about breakpoints and that. Maybe take it in a wee bit.
Yeah.
It might not be exactly where you want to bloody break, but it's a rough idea. You might want to break later if you're like the likes of Steve F1, SUV, Demon R, Jason.
Yeah.
But it's kind of where SRI kind of breaks to begin with until he finds a car in front of him and then
rams
he
him
works.
off. You know what I haven't heard? You know what I haven't heard for a while?
What?
Shit! We'll hear it next week now. That's Ray's code for taking evasive. The other thing I was going to make.
Say cheeky shit or shit?
Shit. That's what you used to shout when you needed to take evasive. When you
the way it came out there, it sounded like cheeky shit.
Oh,
I was like, what?
No. Okay, the other thing as well is Demon R has also been doing some lap guide videos. The one for this track did come out very late and was 20 minutes long. Now, I appreciate that people may not have had time to watch that, but I would recommend going back and watching it, because what is learnt from that video is very, very useful everywhere else as well. And it would definitely show why his tyres were dead in like 10 minutes and Demon R still had plenty of tyres left after 15 minutes. So yeah, I mean, I know the lap guides are better, or they're more not effective. People are more likely to watch it if it's only a couple of minutes long, but the information you really need can't be given in 2 minutes. It needs more time, because it's one of those things. If someone just tells you to do something, then you might do it, you might not. But if they actually show how to do it, but then also show what happens if you don't do it, you can at least then look at it and go, all right, okay, so that's how he's doing that, right? But if I do it like this, how I have been doing it, okay, that's a bad effect. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll see how we get on. I'll try and get the next one out earlier, but
also, but a group of men, take your phone to the toilet.
Yeah.
Doing a shit.
Yeah.
Watch it.
While you're having a shit, watch it. Yeah.
I'm sure you're spending 20 minutes on there to get peace and quiet.
Yeah.
Which is my wife will come in and go, what?
What? You go for a poo to get peace and quiet? Yep. And not only that, I leave it stinking so nobody else wants to go in there after I've been. Okay. Right, I think it's time we look at the... sorry, just confirm as well. So Jimmy has got a penalty, -3 points. That has been affected in the standings. So, Ray, should we go through the standings?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, if you thought it was tight before, it's still tight now. Demon R, though, leading the way on 54 points. He has got a gap of 6 points to Steve F1 in second place. SRI now in third place, so he jumps SGP. He's on 45 points, only 3 behind Steve F1. SGP drops down to fourth place, now 2 behind SRI. Then we've got a little bit of a gap, 9 points back to Jason in 5th place on 34 points, with Nelly in 6th on 33 points, Art Pal in 7th on 32 points. I'm going to burp, excuse me. And then we've got Formula Gary in 8th place on 23 points. Twilight hasn't scored any points here today, but 9th place, 21 points for him, so he's still only 2 behind Gary. And then we've got Jimmy in 10th place. It would have been 16 points, but with the -3, it's on 13, and he has jumped above Rich Blues. I've just realised.
What?
Someone's missing from the standings. I know who, and I'm really sorry.
Even SRI, Jason, Steve F1, Paul, Nelly, SGP, Jimmy. Oh, former Gary's there. Wyatt. Who's missing?
Well, he ain't going to pass to you now, is he? Or me.
Who? Conrad.
Sorry, Connor. Okay. You know why? I know why. I bet he might not have been on last week's standings either. He DNF'd in the first race, didn't he?
Yeah.
Which means that, yes, he raced in the first race but had no points. So the standings are correct. Jimmy is in 10th place on 13. Rich Blues is in 11th place on 10 points. And then it is Connor in 12th on 0 points. And then we've got Hay.
Yeah, he's not on last week's either.
No. Sorry. Genuine mistake that. So next time he comes on to play football, I'll just have to go, who are you? Okay, right. Well, that's kind of put a dampener on the day. But we've got another race coming up, Ray. And do you know where it is?
Oh yeah, it's at Spa.
Shall we go and
not the spa where you go and get a wee massage, you know, and little fish eating the dead skin off your feet and whatnot.
Yeah.
The actual track.
Yeah. Well, should we go and take a little look around the circuit? We can mention some braking points.
Oh, do you think that would be good? Wise of me?
Well, I tell you what, I can do the braking points. You can do the other information.
I'm not even get the information up.
Oh, well, you see, maybe what would be useful from these things is to perhaps give out like the braking points, and then we can put this little 2-minute clip out for the drivers going, brake here, max aeros, brake here, max aeros. Oh, by the way, max aeros around Spa.
Yep. You're going to lose a whole load of time in the middle sector if you don't put max aeros on, and then if you're behind somebody going up a rouge, you're going to have a time of your life.
Well, your life will be very short as well, unfortunately. Yeah. But yeah, if you're behind a car in the first sector and last sector, yeah, if you haven't got max aeros, you're going to struggle to control the car. Okay, are we ready to take a little fly around Spa?
Yes, I am.
That's my little fly. Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was your builder up your ass.
Nah, I'll tell you what, little funny story. I've been struggling with my back a lot lately, and for some reason, when I've been waking up, my lower back is really, really painful. And I got a massage gun not long ago, so I've been finding it very useful using the massage gun on my back before I get out of bed. The only problem is it probably makes my downstairs neighbour think, what's he doing with a dildo up there? Because literally it will be vibrated for a bit, then I'll go for a poo or a piss, flush the bog, and then I'll have a shower. So it definitely seemed like, okay, I think he's got himself some sex toys up there. But it's not, it's a massage gun. Anyway, right, let's take a little fly round Spa in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, heading down into turn 1, brake at the 100 metre marker board or earlier if you've got cars in front of you. First gear, second gear, corner, turn 1, it's not too bad. You can use first to turn in, second gear is better for having better traction. Now, Eau Rouge, Radeon, it's flat out. But if you are behind cars, you can still do it flat out, but be careful. Try not to touch the curb on the right there. It will try and flick you around. Be careful over the crest of the hill. Again, max aeros, everybody, as we take a very low look up the hill here, Ray, and it's to show just how much uphill this really is.
Yep, and It's not telling you to do low arrows. It's still max aero.
Yeah, max arrows. Okay, braking point is 100 meters. Unless you've got cars in front of you.
If you've got cars in front of you or more.
More.
About third gear corner.
Yeah, lift off a lot before this one. It's very easy to run wide. Braking point, if you've got no one in front of you, is just before the start of the curb. If you've got cars in front of you, it's about 2 car lengths before that. Be patient around this corner and be careful. Get off the steering before you get on the throttle. Lift off, maybe second gear to get the turn in. Try not to run too wide. At no name, Puon, Ray, is there a braking point for Puon?
Yeah, roughly start of the curb.
Turn in, end of the curb. Can be done in 5th gear. You may want to try it in 4th though to avoid running wide. And then we're heading up to campus. Now, the braking point is actually quite late in this car. You can brake about 50 meters unless you've got cars in front of you. You have to brake a lot earlier, about 75 meters. Be patient in between these corners. Try not to run wide. 3rd gear is good. Brake before the start of the curb here. 2nd gear for turn in. 3rd gear mid corner. Power out. You may be able to take this corner flat out if you're on your own, but if you've got dirty air, you can't take it flat out. And be careful of running wide. And then we've got a nice easy run to Blanchimont, Ray. And is there a braking point for Blanchimont?
No, it's max aero.
What about if you're behind someone?
Don't know. I don't know if I was behind them. Maybe a lift.
you should be okay. As long as if the car in front is going flat out through it, you'll be fine. If they're not, because they're not sure of it, then you're going to have to lift. If you're side by side, be careful. Braking point, 150 meters. You may think it's too soon. It is not. Wow, we're fast through the chicane. But yeah, second gear. Yeah, if you brake
max aero.
I'm pretty sure it's 150 meters max aero. Yeah, yeah. Brake 150 meters, you're much better off coming off the brakes and rolling into the corner than getting to the corner and being too fast. And again, if you are behind cars, you will have to brake earlier. So be very, very careful. But not only that, right? Through that final chicane, if there's ever a car that you don't really want to be making the moves in the wrong place at the final chicane, it's this car. Because if you're on the inside for the first part, you've got such a tight corner, and then you're on the outside where you can't really turn and get the power down. And if you're on the outside for the first part, yeah, you've got to take quite a wide line around. You might be able to carry some speed, but then you've got a tight line on the second part, and it's going to want to spin if you're too aggressive on the throttle. So yeah, I would recommend, I mean, I'm not saying don't overtake there, because you can, but it is going to be very, very difficult.
Indeed.
Indeed. And one more thing to say about that, max aeros. Now, I had an interesting moment here a couple of days ago when my niece came round. She was helping me do a bit of cleaning. And,
where they'll get that ning on fucking standby.
Yeah. No, she was doing a bit of cleaning, doing a bit of vacuuming, and she was vacuuming up in the bedroom, and then and then she shouts me in and she goes, "Why have you got a model train set under your bed?" I was trying to.
Your dad's?
No, I was trying to cover my tracks.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was your dad's. I know your dad.
No. Trying to cover me. It was all a joke. But there we go.
I think it was going to be a joke.
Right, anything else you want to say, Ray?
No, I think we've covered everything.
Okay. Right, on that then, we shall end this here. Thank you for joining us on commentary.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, drivers. Make sure you get max arrows and brake early. Why do I feel like I was speaking like somebody with Teresa? And yeah, thank you to everyone. Thank you to the admins as well. And have a good one.
Absolutely. And I'm going to set you a task from now for the next few days, and that is, I want you every now and again to post in the driver's chat a picture of Max Verstappen next to a picture of an arrow. Every day until the next race day and see how many people get the hint. Okay, thanks for listening and watching, everybody. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe, and smash that notifications bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all again soon. Max Arrows! I thought you was going to go Max Arrows then, but no, okay. Ta-da!
Ta-da!